Hi guys, it's Kind. So recently I've been getting a lot of questions about how I glue down and secure my wigs, so I thought I'd do a quick video all about it. You know, sometimes I can get away with just plopping it on my head, especially if I'm just sitting down to film a video, but I mean sometimes if I know my hairline is going to show, I like to make sure that the lace is really flat to my head, and especially if I'm going to go out for the day and I know I'm going to be taking pictures for a long time, I want to have the peace of mind to know that my wig is on really securely and it's not going to fly off, because I'm not that type of girl. A lot of people have different ways of securing down their wigs. This is just my way. I also like to think of it as the right way, so I'm gonna show you exactly what I do. So I'm gonna be putting on this wig. I styled it in my last video. It was inspired by like Marilyn Monroe, but like bigger and messier and saucier. So I start off by putting on a wig cap. Recently I've been liking the stocking caps that, I don't know, I feel like the elastic is just stronger on those and it kind of gives me a little bit of a facelift, but it's just your personal preference. My hair is really short, so it doesn't really matter what kind I use, but I know some people with longer hair like the ones with the two holes in the ends. And before I put any makeup on, recently I've been gluing down my sideburns. In the same step that I glued down my eyebrows, I also glued down the sideburns with just regular kids glue stick. A lot of the wigs that I wear are made for smaller female heads, and so when I put them on, sometimes my natural hairline will pop through the lace, which is not a cute look. So recently I've been gluing down my sideburns. For the same reason that I glue down my brows, I want to erase the texture of them and just put foundation over top so it looks like skin. That way when I put the wig over top, the hairline is just unclockable. And then I just go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. The makeup that I'm wearing today, so simple, it's just eyeliner and a red lip, but we're gonna skip forward to the wig. Basically, there's two kind of ways or places that you want to secure your wig. The first is here around the cap, and a lot of wigs have combs in them that are built into the cap that will kind of dig into your hair or your wig cap that will secure it in place. A lot of them also have adjustable straps so that the cap is really tight on your head. Those two methods are usually good enough for most regular girls, but if you know you're going to be doing like flips and kicks and spins, you may want a little bit more security. So another method you can use is bobby pins. Basically, you just want to apply it in kind of inconspicuous places, especially when in this situation I have a dark bobby pin against light hair, so kind of try to cover it up with some hair. Bobby pins are a lot more effective if you are wearing that mesh wig cap with the holes in it, and also if you have real hair on your head so that the bobby pin has something to grip onto. If your hair is really long and heavy and you're going to be flipping your hair back and forth, obviously you want to use lots and lots of bobby pins to make it really secure to your head. But I spend most of my days sitting down anyway, so I just need a couple. The second place you might want to have some security is the hairline. All the bobby pins and combs and straps are usually enough to keep the hair secure on your head and keep it from flying off, but the reason we glue or tape down the hairline is because sometimes it can lift and ruin the illusion. One option that I've really been liking recently is double-sided tape. It just looks like regular tape except it has a protective layer that you take off, and I like to use this around my forehead and like my temples, and this helps to keep the wig from like going back like that if you try to pull it off. The reason I like double-sided tape is it's really easy and fast to put on, and it's also really easy to take off. At the end of the night, you can remove it from your head and your wig just by peeling it off. Usually by then the sweat will have kind of broken it down a little bit and it's easier to rip off. The last place that I like to secure down my wigs and my last line of defense is Prozade, and I just like to put it here at the very sides of the lace. If you think about how your wig cap is constructed, it's kind of in a circle that just goes around like this. So these flaps that stick out, they're the ones that are most prone to lifting, especially as you're, you know, flipping your hair back or stretching your face and smiling and talking. A lot of times you can get away with it if you have hair that falls onto your face like that. You can get away with just hiding those, but I mean, if I'm gonna be going out and taking pictures, I don't want to have to be worried that there's gonna be a shot of me with the lace lifted. Clearly, these are the things that I worry about at night. Prozade is also the product that I use to glue down my brows, and it tends to be really messy, so I've started putting it on with these little disposable, what are these called, popsicle sticks, so that I don't have to get my fingers or spatula dirty, and then you just throw these out. Once I put it down on my hairline, I just push the wig down and hold it in place for like 10, 20, 30 seconds. Sometimes you have to hold it down for longer than that because it really takes a long time to cure, but once it is fully dried, it is on there. Very good. On top of that, it's a real bitch to take out. Once I take my wig off at the end of the day, I can just peel off the tape, take out the bobby pins, but the Prozade will kind of gunk up the lace. There is a way to clean it. You can just use a toothbrush and some warm water and detergent. I showed it in my wig washing video if you want to check that out. So as hard as Prozade is to work with, it gives me the most peace of mind in knowing that when I put on my wig, it's just going to look snatched and polished and it's not going to look busted or come off. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video and learned something cool. If you haven't already seen the tutorial on how I style this hair, be sure to check out my last video where I style it and tease it. Before I go, I wanted to give a quick shout out to all of these people who were kind enough to come up to me and say hi and take take my picture while I was at Gen Beauty this past weekend. I seriously had such a great time meeting all of you guys. It was so incredible to be in a single room filled with so much beauty and so much talent. And that was just me. There was lots of other people there too. As I was leaving and calling my Uber, actually, I got a chance to meet Patrick Starr, which was really cool. He came up to me and he told me how much he watches my wig tutorials and tries to replicate them. It was such a fangirl moment, and I kind of feel bad now for all the times I joked about how I was the younger post-Weight Watchers version of him. Hi, Patrick. Anyway, if any more of you guys have any pictures with me, please send them in if you want to see them in the video. I feel like a lot of people who took my pictures didn't even know who I was. I just made them tag me so that I could feel popular. But thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!